Namaste. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're doing well and feeling fresh, ready to deepen and expand our awareness as we establish a calm, collected, and luminous mind in this morning's meditation. This is a continuation from our start last week, where we're taking up one mantra from Kena Upanishad, a profound spiritual text on discovering the light within, the spirit. Last week we saw the mantra Yad Vacha Anibhutitam Yena Vak Abhyudyate, that there's a power that's not illumined by speech, but that power which reveals the act of speaking, which lights up the word itself. So we're going to take a mantra that has the similar kind of direct pointing to the awareness that you are with reference to the mind. So I'll be explaining that in a little bit. Not too much description. That way we can more focus on practice and the experience of it. But before we get into that, let us create that collective energy and enter into this meditation with the chanting of Om. So I invite you to join me in that. Just getting settled in your seat, maybe you want to take a few natural breaths, shifting your attention to a subtler, deeper object. And also that tingling feeling in the heart that we're embarking on something great together, invoking our best this morning. And when you're ready, I invite you to join me, taking a deep breath in. Angikam bhuvanam yasya vachikam sarvavangmayam aryam chandratarati tam vande satvikam shivam yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakaruttamam pravadam muninam patanjalim pranjalimanatosmi Yasmin sarvam yatah sarvam yas sarvam sarvadriktata sarvabhava padatitam bodhanandam smaramyaham swatmanandam smaramyaham Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We invoke that timeless presence of Shiva, the first teacher, Sage Patanjali, the master of body, speech, and mind, and also the Guru, the one who embodies this wisdom. Peace be, peace be, peace be. Hari. So good morning and welcome. This meditation is called the light of the mind, discovering the light of lights, rather. So we're going to take up a mantra that will be the heart of this practice, focusing on a statement that said, Yan manasana manute yenahur manomatam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. What does that mean? The Rishi was first saying that word or our language can't reveal the spirit, but not to be discouraged, because the spirit you are is the presence which lights up your words, that light by which you can utter a word. That is you, and know that to be the spirit, or Brahmin, that word Brahman, which is so beautiful, meaning the big or ever expansive. So then when we hear that as a student of meditation, sometimes we can feel, so are you saying that Brahman is a subtle word? Are you saying that maybe a new special mantra or something that I have to discover there? Upanishad make sure that you come back home to rest in your natural state by saying, no, it's not an object of meditation. It's the truth of the meditator. And that's revealed in this mantra that we're going to focus on in today's contemplation that says, Yen manasana manute, yena hur manomatam. Brahman is not an object of thought or something for us to leap and think about, but it's the very power which illumines our mind. It's the very presence by which we think. So the truth of the thought. And that's so powerful because that frees us from feeling that we're soiled and sullied by the ideas and thoughts that we entertain, mostly as a result of survival and keeping our emotional needs intact and trying to wend our way in the world. But this is a way where we can reestablish a calm, collective, cool, and empowered mind that's guiding and governing our body based upon what we care about most, what I call our centering principle. So in this meditation, I'll invite you to cultivate that to start, and then using a special technique of breath and mantra awareness, which helps us focus special place in the body where we really intimately feel the mind. And that's at the heart center, right here, the hridayam. Though our mind is very expansive, that flicker or light of reflection that we experience as I'm a conscious person, we deeply feel that in the heart space. Hence, when we're in states of love and fuller expression, I'm sure you've noticed how your chest feels open. Even your shape kind of feels wider, like the shoulder blades are unfolding. So we're going to access that intentionally as a yogi and meditator. And from that space, we'll take up this mantra for contemplation. So I hope this is useful. I'm really trusting it is. It's such a simple practice of pranayama that we'll be working on, but it's for beginners and also advanced students. So the simplest truths are the most powerful. So let's start first by just warming up our body a little bit and making a comfortable home for our meditation. So we'll first start with this neck region. Especially in the modern age, it's really common for the neck and head to be a bit strained, eyes kind of protruding out as we're used to using devices in front of us or more intellectual pursuit. So what we'll do is we'll just take the chin to the chest, deeply pressing the chin in as best you can. Letting the chin release. You'll probably feel the shoulder blades relax back a little bit. And then give yourself permission to let the weight of the head fall back and the throat to become fully open. You can even stretch the chin up a little bit, expanding and stretching the jaw, then tucking back in again. We'll do that a few times. Forward and back. Once my head is back center, I'll take a twist all the way to the right, a gentle pause before recentering and turning the head all the way to the left. Then the right ear to the right shoulder. Slight compression on the right side as you really lengthen that space behind the ear on the left, all the way down through the shoulder. Recentering, switching side. It feels so good just opening up this neck and head region. There's a deep influence in energizing the brain as we get the blood flowing, kind of working and opening up that calcified tissue. Last exercise with the head. We'll tuck the chin to the chest. Let your eyes remain soft and focused between the brows, and we'll roll the head up in a big circle, really slow, a awareful movement all the way around and down, 3 times in each direction. I also let the facial muscles come into play here, kind of stretching the cheeks and jaw as I rotate up and around. Great. We're going to start to connect with our breath in a particular way where we allow full relaxation and release, now more in the shoulder and clavicle region. So, what I encourage you to do is breathe in, reach the shoulders up, take a quick breath in, open the mouth, and let that breath slide down the front of the body and release it with a smile. Feels amazing. Breathe in, reach the shoulders up, a quick breath in through the nose. Oh. As the mouth opens, you let that breath drop and the shoulders roll back. Let's try that one more time. Inhale up, quick breath in, then release. Nice. You can also just take the wrists too and rotate them in a big circle, maybe 3 to 5 times in each direction, opening up our sense of touch, which is very much heightened in the hands. We'll warm up the spine a little bit too in the width dimension, taking a simple twist. I place my left palm on the right knee and then just reach that arm back, either making contact with the mat or your chair. Make sure your spine is tall through the crown and a full breath out as you gently twist to the right. Very helpful to stimulate that Jairagni or digestion by taking a few breaths in that compressed space. I inhale as I recenter and switching sides. Full breath in, find your support. Full breath out as you twist to the left. Mm. Inhale back center. Great. Now just fuller opening of the chest and the space around the lungs, while also stimulating and getting some blood flow throughout the arms. We'll practice Tadaka Mudra. Inhale and reach both arms up. We'll interlace those fingers. Reach the palms up. Take a few deep breaths in your belly here. Mm. If you feel comfortable with it, you can also take Jalantara Bandha, where you bring the chin back to the chest. And a bit more advanced, but very beneficial for the lungs, taking the hands behind the head, really pointing the elbows outward and expanding the chest as you deeply breathe. Lift the hands back up, release the chin, and then a full breath out as you lower the arms back down. Great. You must be feeling some tingly sensation. It's always nice to follow those tingles, following your goosebumps. They'll lead you pretty close to the truth, but it ends up in mystery. And that's when the Upanishad says, hey, the truth of that mystery is the light you are, the Brahman. So it's nice to feel that aliveness in the skin. Then lastly, we're going to just warm up the lower base, kind of just bring a little bit of heat, of transformation into the region of the hips. So this can be done simply in a seat by just lifting the feet up off the floor, and you'll just simply cross the right leg over the left, kind of pointing the toes, maybe a few deep breaths there in your base. So first, contraction or concentration, that leads effortlessly to expansion. You can release, let the feet relax for a moment, and then switch sides, taking the left ankle over the right, slight pointing of the toes, feet off the ground, just pressing into that base. Great. Then we'll release those feet and really set up for our meditation. So if you're on the chair, make sure you can feel those feet on the floor, nice and supported. And if you're on the mat, you've got a nice, comfortable maximum base. And lastly, Since our hands are so much woven into the infrastructure of the mind, be very special with how you place them. So that could just be softly cupped on the knees, or maybe you take a particular mudra like jnana mudra. Some meditators like to cross the hands like so, let them rest in the lap. So find that mudra or hand gesture that's right for you, and then be committed to that for the whole practice. You're signaling a soft, open hand, which correlates to a soft, open mind. Mhm. Lastly, we'll let the gaze become wide and soft, kind of taking in your peripheral vision. I let my hands participate in that opening act as well. And when you're ready, gently close the eyelids, allowing them to grace one another. Eyes now resting within. I'll encourage you for the remainder of practice to be committed to this stillness, a still inner gaze, a still body. We're not stressed or tensed about holding the body still because we acknowledge our ability to move, the freedom to act. And now we're exercising our choice to hold still, to condense the energy and welcome the spirit, inflood and fill our life. So become aware of your still body. Feel the stillness. It's almost as if the space slightly around the skin becomes alive. Even in that stillness, you may feel intimately that you're more than just a physical being. Right away, you start to sense that there's more dimension to me, more dimensionality. I'm an energetic being, the prani, the one wielding the prana, the life force. So eyes are enjoying that inner space. Since the body is warmed up, you find a natural lift from the crown and a relaxed, effortless spine hanging freely, rooted down in your base, hands on the knees or lap. And as the body is situated in this shape, it's the perfect environment for cultivating that special intention for your reason of practice. At this time, I'm going to invite you to mentally invoke the reason why you're practicing or for the sake of why you're practicing. You may mentally say to yourself, such as, I'm practicing for the sake of peace, or perhaps I'm practicing for the sake of mending a relationship, or learning how to let go in relationships. Or perhaps there's a particular goal or idea that you're working to manifest. And this morning you'd like to practice to make that latent energy patent. Take the next few moments to become very clear about that and let it fuse with your still body. Feel as if you're shaping your body around what it is you care about. In the same way that we were condensing our physical shape with the exercises, ending and bringing a little heat to the hips, that concentration later leads to expansion. So, similarly, as we hold the body still and also focus the mind on our intention, it's a kind of funneling or condensing, drawing all of our energies into one point, then allowing them to naturally expand and keep on growing in us. This is a universal principle: contraction and expansion. You're aware of your whole body held still and feeling that the subtle energy of the body is shaped around what you care about. We can further expand the mind and give it a nice resting place throughout the body by just bringing that healing awareness to each part. Though you're physically still, see if you can bring your mind to the top of the head, feeling the crown, then the forehead region, eyebrows and eyes, the nose, all the way down to the base of the nostrils, the cheekbones, the lips, the jawline to the chin, the throat and neck, feeling that the light of awareness is covering the whole head. Then the shoulders, upper arms, elbows, wrists, hands, fingers, all the way to the tips of the fingers. Tips of the fingers, fingers, hands, wrists, elbows, upper arms, back to the shoulders. Then your attention can come to the region of the throat, shining down to explore the region of the chest, then the upper abdomen, lower abdomen, the hips, thighs, knees, calf muscles, ankles, feet, toes, tips of the toes. Become aware of the tips of the toes, feet, ankles, calf muscles, knees, thighs, and hips. From the base of your body, rising up to the lower and upper abdomen, the chest, throat, the chin and jaws, lips, cheeks, the subtle energy at the base of the nostrils, rising up through the nose, and the light you perceive behind the closed eyes, the eyebrows, the whole region of the forehead, all the way to the top of the head. Bring your attention to aware the whole body. Feel your body as Brahmapuri, a city of God. With each one of these junctions being like a miniature universe, a sea of lights, with each one reflecting the other. This body is well made. That's Sukridam. Each part harmonizing and connecting with the other. It's only our bad habits that get in the way of allowing the interconnections and harmony of the body to express itself in full potential. And in meditation, we reduce that pressure and restore that inner ecology. Now, softly begin to shift your attention to your breathing. You can feel as if your breath has access to that force which lights all these points up, the medium by which that shine in your heart makes this body feel alive. It makes every part of this body feel that it's me. Connect with your breath. And as you establish that connection, you can deepen your breath too. Of course, without any strain, but maybe just a bit longer exhalation as that space below the breastbone pulls in gently. And again, the effortless expansion as you feel the diaphragm drop and the breath expand in your base. Spend some time paying attention to this nurturing force of the body, the breath. Body is balanced, eyes are resting within, face is soft, and so are the hands. And you're enjoying connecting with the breath. You can feel like your breath is a home base when the mind becomes disturbed or distracted, because the breath will lead you to space. The light you are shines in that space. To invoke that, you can start to create small spaces between your out and in breath. As you breathe out, you pause and hold the breath outside, just for a few moments. Then you breathe in and pause as you reach completion, holding just for a few moments. Try introducing those small pauses without any count and also without any strain. Breathing out and pausing, breathing in and pausing. Noticing the spaces between the breath. Enjoy those brief pauses of serenity, the mind free of thought, as if the space and its quality of accommodation transforms the mind. If you feel comfortable with these gentle pauses, we can start to give the breath a certain dimensionality where we connect to that subtlest place in the body where our deepest convictions rest. And that's the heart center. As you breathe in, you can make your attention come to the forehead or top of the head and inhale down to the heart. Pausing there as you breathe out, you exhale up back to the top of the head. Pausing there, you inhale down from the crown all the way to the heart. Rest there for a moment and then breathe up. As you exhale, your attention goes to the crown. Let your breath ride along this line from the crown to the heart. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Inhaling down to the heart. Exhaling up to the crown. No force or strain. Let your face become soft with a gentle smile as you breathe in, almost as if the breath is stretching down to the heart. And then let it rise back up as you breathe out. As you inhale, you can mentally chant so. And as you exhale, you can mentally chant hum. So hum. So hum. Drawing the light of the crown down to the heart with so. Releasing that light from the heart up. Hum. So hum. So that supreme power. Aham. I am. Then softly let the mantra release, where the focus is solely on the breath, moving from the crown to the heart. Then you can slowly release this dimension, letting that go and just focusing on that breath out, a gentle pause, breath in, a gentle pause. And even those gentle pauses, you can lay down and you're simply breathing. And ever so softly releasing the conscious breath. Feel as if breathing is no longer an act, but you enjoy observing your natural breath. Observe the breath. Simply observe. This light of observation is your true home, beyond all personality layers, the watcher of the three worlds, the one who knows the changes of the bodies, the one who enjoys seeing the drama of life. Rest in your home as a seer. Yanmanasana manude, yenahur manomatam, tadeva brahmatvam vidhi, nedam yedidam upasate. Know that to be Brahman, which is not illumined by the mind, but the very light which lights up the mind, the very presence which gives rise to thought, and thought to my speech, and speech to my action. Yanmanasana manude, yenahur manomatam, tadeva brahmatvam vidhi, nedam yedidam upasate. Feel yourself as that light of lights. Rest there, a place of all peace, shantam, a place of great wonder, shivam, and also the place that knows no other, Advaitam, because that sheer watcher is the same in all. The love that binds us together, and the love that supports this whole universe. Shantam, Shivam, Advaitam. Be that love. Yanmanasana manute, yenahur manomatam, tadeva brahmatam vidhi, nedam yadidam upasate. Reduce the complexity and confusion of the world into the heart that knows this truth. My mind is never away from me, the light of lights. But as that light, I'm free of all conditioning. I'm free from all hurts, habits, and hangups. I am light. I am love. So hum. So hum. So hum. Take the next few moments to rest in this silent space, free from all worry. Whatever is troubling you or distracting you, let it dissolve in that light of love. Fully embraced in the light. Do not be discouraged. Be steadfast and courageous. The heart knows that you're beyond all of this, but all of this is never away from you. Like the ocean is beyond the wave, but the wave is never beyond the ocean. Like the true object is away from the mirage, but the mirage is never away from its source as the object. So hum, so hum, so hum. No thought can touch me, but at the same time, no thought is away from me. I am the presence which lights up the mind, but which no other object can light up. Begin to notice your natural breath as a stream of light shining in this awareness. And let your attention come to the body. This too light up by that awareness, a relaxed, open body. And let your attention also make its way to noticing the environment, the space in which your body is seated. From this day onwards, feel that you are a blessing in this life, a living temple, an embodiment of love. Let that light radiate into every action and all of your relationships. And let this peace be known to all. Therefore, with the eyes gently closed, we'll bring the hands to rest at the heart. Loka samasta sukhino. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may all manner of things be well. Om Purnamam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. When you're ready, gently begin to open your eyes. Practice is complete.